Good evening, everyone. Happy Monday. Welcome to our live October workshop. I'm going to give it some time for others to see that we're live, so bear with us a moment. Come on in, everyone. Again, happy Monday. Thank you for joining me tonight. I will get started in a few minutes. Tonight, as you can see, I'm going to sublimate the Santa Countdown Calendar. That was part of our October 2025 sublimation box. Just sit tight and I'll get started in just a few. I also want to say welcome to our YouTube followers. If you are watching this live on YouTube, hello and welcome. Thank you for joining me on tonight. Let me know in the comments where you are watching me from. So excited. I think it's been a while since I've been on our YouTube channel going live. Normally you guys just see the tutorials, but I'm excited tonight that you all are also getting a live workshop tonight. So I'll get started in just about one more minute. Tonight's project won't take long. I hope all of our Box Club members, you are enjoying this box, our October box. Let me know, even if you aren't a Box Club member, but you watch the unboxing or you've seen the products from the box posted, because they are available on the website, subthisandthat.com. Let me know what your favorite product is from this box. Tonight we are sublimating my favorite product, but I like the snowman. Love the snowman countdown calendar. Love, love, love. Tonight I'm going to focus on Santa. All right, it's 8:05. I'm going to go ahead and get started. Again, I want to welcome you all to our October live workshop. My name is Cassaundra, and I'm here on behalf of Sub This and That. I am the person who does all of the YouTube tutorials, which I thoroughly enjoy doing because I like to sublimate just like you guys. So I'm learning as I go along and passing on any tips and tricks and any mistakes that I make along the way. I like to pass them along to you all. So I'm going to cross my fingers that tonight is a good night. So tonight I am going to sublimate this MDF Santa Countdown Calendar. I'm going to move this to the side and show you a finished product. And I'm actually still working on the numbers. The numbers were the hardest thing for me to figure out. So I am still working on how to get these numbers just right so they show up inside of the O in the last hoe. So I did shift them around a bit, so we'll see on tonight if it works. When you purchase this product, you're going to get a red ribbon, and you're also going to get a little screw. The screw is used to attach your ho 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 to your Santa's face. And I actually already sublimated this. The process for both pieces is the same. I'm going to turn that upside down so it doesn't get lost on the table here. And the first thing you want to do is you want to take this over to your heat press. You want to pre-press it at 400 degrees for 10 seconds. The purpose of pre-pressing this is to remove any moisture that may have built up in your product. And let me back up. The first thing you actually want to do is remove the film that comes covered on this product. I've already taken the film off. It's a clear film. You can tell when you look at the product, it's gone now so you can't see, but there's always like a little corner where you can tell that this product is covered in film. So you want to remove the film for the product and then take it over to your heat press and pre-press it at 400 degrees for 60 seconds. I'm going to pull in my design. And I'm just going to, hold on one second, there's a piece of tape on here. I'm going to wipe my product real quick. There's a piece of tape left. Okay, so I'm going to take this and I'm just going to turn it over. And I got to turn this sideways just because of the camera angle, and I want to make sure Christmas isn't getting cut off. And I'm trying to just even this out as much as I can. All right, let's see. And then I'm going to get some tape. I'm still shifting this just a smidge. All right, I'm going to get some tape. Oops, one more time. My little top is giving me a little fit here. All right, I'm going to grab some tape and tape it down. When it comes to sublimation, I don't know if there is a such thing as too much tape. I try to use as much tape as I can. Some products require more tape than others, but you can't go wrong with using more tape. You cannot go wrong. I'm going to take this over to my heat press. I'm going to press it at 400 degrees for 60 seconds. When you place this on your heat press, you want to place a piece of butcher paper. You're going to place your product right side up, and then you're going to add another piece of butcher paper on top. So again, I'm going to press it at 400 degrees for 60 seconds. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask them while this is pressing. We have moderators available that can answer questions for you. If you have questions about this product or any of the products that were released in our October box. I have about 20 seconds left. Be very careful. MDF is hot. The other thing I don't want you to be alarmed about is that MDF also, when it's heated, gives off a not so great smell. Voila. I'm just going to let that cool a bit so it's easy to handle. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. We will get you answers. For this product, you need a Phillips flathead screwdriver. You need a small one too. Make sure it's a small one. I like to go ahead and start screwing in my screw. You can see it coming out on the other side. I have to pull this in a little closer. So there it's out a little more. This is still warm, but warm enough for me to handle. And then I will screw this the rest of the way. And there's your finished product. So I'm going to test these numbers because I shifted the numbers around a bit. So I just want to see if all the numbers make it. So 16 and 17, a little off, but not too bad this time around. Let's see. 16 and 17 can move up just slightly, but I think the other numbers are good to go. What do you guys think? And then, of course, you'll go back in and add your ribbon. And tie your ribbon, and then add this up somewhere in your house for the kiddos so they can count down to Christmas. And it's just like that, a simple product that you can do. I love MDF because I like the gloss that it gives off. So these countdown calendars come in a snowman, and they also come in what we did today, the Santa Claus. What do you guys think? So again, I want to thank you all for joining me on tonight. Yes, it is the same process for our YouTuber who asked. It's the exact same process for the snowman. The exact same process. So I can't see your name, sorry, it's so small, but I I'm working on actually creating these numbers. So the design for the numbers and the face, I can't remember where I got the face from. But honestly, the face is easy because it's just a series of circles. So whatever program you're designing in, I happen to use Silhouette Studio Business Edition. So it was easy for me to just make the circles and line them out. The mouthpiece I already had from another project. So I just pulled that in to use as the mouth. I do want to add that for both of these pieces, I just made a rectangle. Let's see if I can grab the piece I subbed. And maybe here, bring my trash in. I literally just made a rectangle and placed that piece on there. And the image, the design for the hat is actually literally just a rectangle. I have a rectangle that is this color. For the snowman, this is just a plaid print, a digital image that I had of digital paper for the plaid hat. So if anyone would like me to share for the snowman, I can share the face and the numbers for the snowman. Give me another day. I can share the numbers for um, the Santa countdown. I think I'm good and I just need to shift too. But I want to point out that the numbers on the snowman specifically, because I was designing them to fit inside of the last O, that these numbers are not symmetrical going around. You guys can see here, like if you look at the 11 and the 10 and look at the 9, how they're not lined up because they're made to fit within that O. So they aren't as symmetrical as the snowman. If you are watching from YouTube and you don't mind dropping your email address in our YouTube channel, I can email you the numbers and the face for the snowman and the numbers for, I'm sorry, yes, the numbers in the face for the snowman and the numbers for the Santa door hanger. For the print, I printed this on an 11 by 17 sheet of paper. Let me grab an 8.5 by 11 to see if that would work. Give me 1 second. So this is a piece of 8.5 by 11. It's just a hair too small. If you have 8.5 by 14 sublimation paper for the snowman, you may be okay. But both of these need sheets bigger than 8.5 by 11, or you use 2 sheets of 8.5 by 11, and then you have to meld your pieces together. That's a whole nother tutorial. It's coming, guys. I promise. I promise. I promise. It's coming. But I printed each design on an 11 by 17 piece of paper. I highly recommend, if you're new to sublimation, to buy paper in different sizes. When I first started, because I didn't know what I was doing, I brought paper in 8.5 by 11, 11 by 17, and 13 by 19. But you have to have a printer that will accommodate 13 by 19 and below. And I use all three sizes to this day because I just don't know what I'm sublimating. I don't want to waste paper. So that's why I brought all three sizes. I don't want to print something on 11 by 17 that's small enough to fit on 8.5 by 11, because then I'm left with a bunch of scraps that always seem to get messy and bent and lost somewhere. So I'd rather I end up trashing them. I hate that. So I use all sizes so I don't waste paper. So if you are a Box Club member and you receive the October box, the templates for the Santa and the Snowman are available on the Google Drive. That template is for our Box Club members. I did share here in the main group the numbers and the face for the Snowman, and I will also share the numbers for Santa. See if I can give you guys a little base measurement. This was actually pretty hard. I tried to measure this before because someone asked about a measurement, but it's about 9 inches by 11 and a half. This is actually taller than 11 and a half because it wouldn't even fit on a sheet of paper, maybe almost close to 12 inches. Same thing with the Snowman. Sorry to pull that in. I'm going to give you guys a tip. If you have a printer with a scanner, you can always scan your products when you get them. This is what I do 90% of the time. I have two printers. Both of them have the scanners on them, and I scan the products when they arrive. I do this for a lot of, there's some products where it's just, you can use a basic rectangle, you can use a basic square or circle. You don't necessarily have to scan them. You can just take a measurement and work from there. But an odd shaped product like this, I placed on a scanner. Are there any other questions? I wish I could see your comments. Someone just mentioned their printer and I wanted to respond. Let me see. Can the design be pieced together? Yes, the image can be pieced together. And actually, for the Snowman, it's a lot easier because if you intend to keep the Snowman white, this is easy because you can just do this piece on one 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, and then you can do the top half on another piece of 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. You can do the same thing with the Snowman, but you have to be careful if you don't leave this white. Of course, the whole purpose for me why I left this white was to symbolize fur on a hat. But maybe you want your hat to be a different color. Maybe you want this to match your Christmas decor, so you want to do this in a different color. That's when it might become a little tricky. But if you keep this piece white on the hat, then you can do this with two 8.5 by 11 sheets of paper without having to piece it together. because you can print your bottom half. This is an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. You can print your bottom half on 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. You can print your top half on 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. Same thing with the snowman. If you keep the face white, you can do this on 2 sheets of 8.5 by 11 without having to piece the pages together. Thank you all so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you guys joining me on tonight. Please let me know if you all in our main group found this tutorial helpful. Let us know if you're interested in doing something once a month with one of our products. We want to make sure that we're keeping you guys engaged. We're answering your questions. Because listen, the Sublimation Box Club is an amazing product that you are getting monthly that is filled with products, some you've never seen before. This box is Christmas once a month. There are some amazing products, some products that were specifically designed just for the Sublimation Box Club. It's products, Amy has had products made that have not been out there that just specifically for the Sublimation Box Club. This is great if you want to start a business and you don't know where to start with sublimation and you want to be able to try different products just to see if it's something you're interested, if it's something that your customers are interested in. This is a way to try before you just have boxes and boxes of products lying around your house that you aren't moving. This is a great way to test them out. This is a great way to get feedback by signing up for the monthly sublimation box. You can't even beat the discount every month that you're going to get on the products. You can't be getting free tutorials for every product. You get first access to the products when they come out. You get the templates for the products in the box. And when you sign up, you get access to all the templates from previous boxes. It is well worth the money if you can join the monthly Sublimation Box Club. You will not be disappointed. Thank you, Vicki. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, everyone, I will not hold you any longer. I want to say thank you again for joining me tonight for this October workshop. I appreciate you guys taking this time just to watch. I hope I've answered all your questions. If I missed any questions, I'm going to go back and check just to make sure because I want every question answered. If you are on YouTube and you dropped your email address in the chat, I will get the image to you tomorrow. Just be on the lookout for it. And I hope you all have a great evening and a great rest of your week. Good night, everyone.